All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address post-budget webinar on PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman this morning. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal to chair 6th meeting of National Startup Advisory Council in New Delhi. Central Railway achieves 100% electrification of broad gauge network to reduce over 5 lakh tons of carbon footprints annually. US House of Representatives votes unanimously for declassification of intelligence about origins of COVID-19. In hockey, India beat world champions Germany 3-2 in the FIH Pro League in Odisha. And in Women's Premier League, UP Warriorz defeat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 10 wickets in Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the post-budget webinar on PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman PM Vikas at 10 a.m. today. The webinar is a part of a series of 12 post-budget webinars being organized by the government to seek ideas and suggestions for effective implementation of the initiatives announced in the Union Budget 2023. PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman aims at improving the quality, scale and reach of products and services of artisans by integrating them with the domestic and global value chains. The webinar will have 4 breakout sessions on themes including access to affordable finance and social security, advanced skill training and access to modern tools and technology. The webinar will also deliberate upon themes including marketing support for linkages with domestic and global markets, identification of beneficiaries and implementation framework. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for developing a dynamic system for disaster management. He said recognition and reform are essential to strengthen disaster management. The Prime Minister was addressing the gathering after inaugurating the 3rd session of the National Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction in New Delhi last evening. The theme of this year's event is building local resilience in the face of climate change.
डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट को मजबूत करने के लिए रिकॉग्निशन और रिफॉर्म बहुत जरूरी है। रिकॉग्निशन का मतलब है कि आपदा की आशंका कहां है और भविष्य में वो कैसे घटित हो सकती है। रिफॉर्म का मतलब है कि हम ऐसा सिस्टम विकसित करें जिससे आपदा की आशंका कम हो जाए। डिजास्टर की आशंका को कम करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका यही है कि हम सिस्टम में सुधार करें।
Mr. Modi said enriching local technology and material with new technology is the need of the hour. The Prime Minister Modi emphasized the need to strengthen disaster management governance in the local bodies. Recalling the rescue operation carried out by India in the earthquake-hit Turkey and Syria, Mr. Modi said the world has appreciated the role of India's disaster management efforts there, which is a matter of pride for all the countrymen.
तुर्की और सीरिया में भारतीय दल के प्रयासों को पूरी दुनिया ने सराहा है और ये बात हर भारतीय के लिए गौरव का विषय है। राहत और बचाव से जुड़े ह्यूमन रिसोर्स और टेक्नोलॉजिकल कैपेसिटी को भारत ने जिस तरह बढ़ाया है उससे देश में भी अलग अलग आपदा के समय बहुत सारे लोगों के जीवन बचाने में मदद मिली है।
The 2-day meeting of the National Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction will be attended by over 1,000 dignitaries. Minister of Defence has signed a contract for procurement of 6 Dornier 228 aircraft for the Indian Air Force IAF from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited at a cost of 667 crore rupees. The aircraft was used by IAF for transport role and communication duties. Subsequently, it has also been used for training of transport pilots of the IAF. The present lot of 6 aircraft will be procured with an upgraded fuel-efficient engine coupled with 5-bladed composite propeller. The Minister of Defence in a statement said the aircraft is ideally suited for short-haul operations from semi-prepared and short runways of the northeast and island chains of India. The central government has released the 14th installment of tax devolution of the state governments amounting to 1,40,318 crore rupees. In a statement, the Minister of Finance said that this amount is against normal monthly devolution of 70,159 crore rupees. This is in line with the commitment of the Union government to strengthen the hands of the states to accelerate the capital and developmental expenditure. Union Health Ministry is keeping a close watch on the seasonal influenza situation in various states and union territories through the Integrated Disease Surveillance Program Network on a real-time basis. To review the seasonal influenza situation in the states, Niti Aayog will hold an inter-ministerial meeting today. The meeting will discuss ways to further support them in terms of public health measures and to manage the increasing seasonal influenza cases. In a statement, the Health Ministry said it is also tracking and keeping a close watch on morbidity and mortality due to the H3N2 subtype of seasonal influenza. The ministry said so far Karnataka and Haryana have confirmed one death each from H3N2 influenza. Young children and old age persons with comorbidities are the most vulnerable groups in the context of seasonal influenza. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं डॉक्टर अमृता बजाज आ रही हूँ कार्यक्रम अभ्यास जिसका विषय है भूगोल और हम सभी मिलेंगे शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल पर, तो सुनिएगा जरूर कार्यक्रम अभ्यास।
The Central Railway has achieved 100% electrification of its broad gauge network of 3,825 kilometers, resulting in an annual reduction of over 5 lakh tons of carbon footprints. In a release, the CSMT headquartered zonal railway said the 52-kilometer Orsa Road-Latur road stretch in Solapur division was the last non-electrified section and its electrification was completed on the 23rd of February this year. This move helps in reducing carbon footprints of 5.204 lakh tons every year, as well as savings of 1,670 crore rupees. It will reduce fuel bills and help earn carbon credit. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar and other members of the Election Commission of India inaugurated Vote Fest 2023 to create awareness on the election process in Bangalore yesterday. The full team of Election Commission led by Mr. Kumar and comprising Election Commissioners Anup Chandra Pandey and Arun Goyal is on a 3-day visit to the city. They also inaugurated Electhon 2023, a 30-hour hackathon for securing the electoral future. This is an exercise to seek people's suggestions on improving voter turnout, ensuring the registration of new voters, and involvement of urban youth in the democratic process. More from a correspondent.
Under the sweep initiative, 8 LED screen-fitted vehicles were flagged off by the election commissioners during the Vote Fest. These will travel across 28 constituencies in Bangalore to create awareness. They also inaugurated 2 exhibitions, one on the history of elections in Karnataka and another on voters' awareness under sweep. A video named "मैं भारत हूँ हम भारत के मतदाता हैं" was played during the inaugural. Several students and university officials posed questions to the commissioners on this occasion. Most of it were concerning ECI apps, the need to reduce inducements by the political parties during the election, how to deal with fake news and rumors, how to deal with social media, and how to reduce apathy of voters in urban areas. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur will inaugurate the 4th Youth 20 consultation meeting at the Symbiosis International University at La Vallée in Pune today. The theme of the meeting is peace building and reconciliation, ushering in an era of no war, the philosophy of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, and the future of work. Youth 20 Y20 is an official consultation forum for youth from all G20 member countries. The Y20 India Summit in 2023 under India's presidency would exemplify India's youth-centric efforts and provide an opportunity to showcase its values and policy measures to the youth across the globe. Prime Minister of Japan Kishida Fumio will be on a 2-day visit to India from the 20th of this month. The External Affairs Ministry in a statement said that during the visit, he will hold talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. During the meeting, both sides will discuss bilateral and regional issues of mutual interest. US House of Representatives unanimously voted for the declassification of intelligence about origins of COVID-19. The development has come nearly 3 years after the start of the deadly pandemic. US lawmakers voted 419 to 0 in favor for declassification. Since the Senate on the 1st of this month passed the bill by unanimous consent, it now goes to the White House for President Joe Biden to sign into law or veto. Chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Michael Turner, said the American public deserves answers to every aspect of the COVID-19 pandemic. The intelligence that would be declassified as a result of the legislation will also have information relating to potential links between the Wuhan Institute of Virology and the origin of the coronavirus disease. If the legislation is signed into a law, it will require release within 90 days. Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for quickly elevating the armed forces to world-class standards. He also emphasized on improving China's integrated strategic capabilities to fulfill country's goal of national rejuvenation. President Xi told this to the delegation of People's Liberation Army PLA and the paramilitary unit People's Armed Police at a meeting during the ongoing 14th National People's Congress NPC in Beijing. Xi, who was elected as China's president for an unprecedented third term and also the head of the National Central Military Commission yesterday. In hockey, India stunned world champions Germany 3-2 in the FIH Pro League at the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium at Rourkela in Odisha last evening. Indian skipper Harmanpreet Singh gave the home side lead in the 30th minute through a penalty corner conversion. Sukhjit Singh's second half brace helped India to take an unassailable lead. He scored on 31st and 42nd minutes and both goals came from field efforts. India were 3-0 up in the 42nd minute before Paul Philipp Kaufmann struck for Germany in the 44th and Michael Struthoff in the 57 minutes. Sukhjit Singh was adjudged player of the match. In Women's Premier League, UP Warriorz defeated Royal Challengers Bangalore by 10 wickets at the Brabourne Stadium in Mumbai last night. Chasing a target of 139 runs set by Royal Challengers Bangalore, UP Warriors overhauled the score with 10 wickets in hand and 42 balls to spare. Skipper Elisa Healy's unbeaten knock of 96 runs, along with Devika Vaidya's unbeaten 36, guided UP Warriors to the win. Early opting to bat, Royal Challengers Bangalore were bowled out for 138 in 19.3 overs. Delhi Capitals will take on Gujarat Giants at D.Y. Patil Sports Academy in Navi Mumbai today. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. In cricket, India will resume the first innings against Australia at the overnight score of 36 for no loss on day 3 of the fourth and final test match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Ahmedabad today. On the second day, the hosts dismissed Australia for 480 on the second day. Ravichandran Ashwin scalped a total of 6 wickets for the Indian side, picking 5 yesterday. Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill were at the crease at the draw of stumps with India trailing by 444 runs. Earlier, Australia resumed the day at 255 for 4. Opener Usman Khwaja scored a century with 180 runs, while Cameron Green hit 114 runs to consolidate Australia's position on the second day. India have retained the trophy winning the first 2 tests of the 4-match series. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Naresh Mago.
Thank you, Abhishek. India, Australia to step up ties in defence, trade, sign 4 pacts, leads the Asian age. The paper adds, Modi flags attacks on temples in Oze, Albanese promises security. India-US sign agreement on semiconductor supply chain, informs Business Standard. Trust India with critical tech, says top US official, states Hindustan Times. The Pioneer, quoting the Union Home Ministry, writes, ex-Agniveers to get 10% quota in BSF jobs. Government releases 2 tigers at Madhav National Park in Madhya Pradesh, reports the Statesman. INS Trikand takes part in international maritime drill, informs the Tribune. She seals political supremacy with unprecedented third term as president, reports the Times of India. Quoting the Health Ministry, the Hindu says H3N2 flu claims 2 lives. And finally, after Will slap, Oscar prepares for anything. The Oscar carpet will not be red this year. The Indian Express writes that it will be a champagne-coloured carpet. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Naresh. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address post-budget webinar on PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman this morning. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal to chair 6th meeting of National Startup Advisory Council in New Delhi. Central Railway achieves 100% electrification of broad gauge network to reduce over 5 lakh tons of carbon footprints annually. US House of Representatives votes unanimously for declassification of intelligence about origins of COVID-19. In hockey, India beat world champions Germany 3-2 in the FIH Pro League in Odisha. And in Women's Premier League, UP Warriors defeat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 10 wickets in Mumbai. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.